questioning 5 real zombies. Zombies are all the rage these days. On television, in movies, books. But, of course, zombies aren't new. They were created decades ago by pop culture, especially in classic zombie films. Believe it or not, zombie stories are nothing new, and they have been featured in folklore and legends since a long time ago. In here, we are going to question 5 real zombies. One, story of Clairvius Narcisse. Is it true? Clairvius Narcisse died on May 2, 1962, after admitting himself to the Albert Schweitzer Hospital in Deschapelles, a town in Haiti. He had been suffering from a plethora of ailments. 18 years later, in 1980, his sister Angelina saw Narcisse in a marketplace. He recounted the memories of his own death, including being buried alive. He had been placed into a death-like state by a bakor, or sorcerer, and after being dug up, he was whisked away to a plantation to serve as a zombified laborer. He escaped after 2 years of slavery, only willing to return to his village, when his brother, whom he believed to have made the deal with the bakor that turned Narcisse into a zombie, had finally passed away. A researcher named Wade Davis later investigated Narcisse's case, and claimed to have discovered the key to zombification, the Decotta plant, that contains the hallucinogens atropine and scopolamine, and induces delirium, confusion, psychosis, and complete amnesia. It could never be conclusively determined, however, whether or not this substance was actually used on Narcisse. Two, the real Walking Dead. The Toraja are an ethnic group of people indigenous to the mountains of South Indonesia. The Toraja people are well known for their elaborate and bizarre funeral rites and burial sites. But their funeral rites truly showcase the Toraja culture of death. When a villager dies, far from his birthplace, it was difficult for family to retrieve the body and carry it back through rugged, mountainous terrain to its place of origin. The solution to this problem was unique, to say the least. A special shamans were sought out who allegedly had the power to temporarily bring the dead back to life. The particular brand of black magic used by the shamans only brought the dead back to life in the most rudimentary sense. These walking corpses were said to be largely unaware of their surroundings and non-responsive, expressionless, and uncoordinated, only able to perform the most basic tasks, such as walking. Upon being brought back to life, the walking corpse was said to shamble, stiffly and robotically, towards its village of birth, often guided by the shaman or a group of family members. But sometimes on its own. Three, are there cannibals in Miami? In May 2012, Miami resident Rudy Eugene stripped naked and attacked homeless man Ronald Pupo. He ate about 80% of the man's face. When police arrived at the scene, they were forced to open fire on the zombie-like Eugene. He took far more bullets than his body should have been able to withstand, before finally dropping. It was originally theorized that Eugene had ingested bath salts, or even PCP. But toxicology reports revealed only trace amounts of marijuana in his system, leaving the explanation for his zombie-like attack on Pupo a mystery. Four, a drug that turns people into zombies. Crocodile is a drug that rose to prominence in poor areas of Russia. Because of its potent, opium-like effects, combined with the affordable and easy methods with which it is produced. If the potency of crocodile was not alarming enough, its side effects are the stuff of horror movies. The drug gets its name from the gangrenous effect it has on users' skin, as it literally eats tissues and flesh from the inside out. This often leads to open sores and wounds on users' flesh that leaves their bones exposed. It can also lead to incoherence, jerking motions, and shuffling or shambling steps. In other words, crocodile turns you into a zombie. Five, zombie ants. There are zombie ants in nature, afflicted by a parasitic fungus that biologically manipulates the insects into doing their bidding. Fungal of the genus Ophiocordyceps, so-called zombie ant fungus, need ants to complete their life cycle. When an ant comes across fungal spores while foraging, the fungus infects the insect and quickly spreads throughout its body. Fungal cells in the ant head release chemicals that hijack the insect's central nervous system. The fungus forces the ant to climb up vegetation and clamp down onto a leaf or twig before killing its helpless drone. It then grows a spore, releasing stalk out of the back of the victim's head to infect more ants. At the end, don't forget to subscribe and like. And as always, question everything.